This is NJ, your host on this channel. In this video, we will have our discussion on the transition in the motion of the planet Mars, which is going to be coming out of its retrograde motion in the Taurus sign on January 12th. Like guys, honestly speaking, I feel very empathetic and very connected with the planet Mars. Like Mars must be thinking that everyone is only giving attention to the transit of planet Saturn. Like when Saturn will transit to the Aquarius, its influence on all the signs, its influence on Rahu as well with its third aspect. But everyone is ignoring me. I'm staying in this Taurus sign for such a long span of time and I feel left out. So I'm very much sure that in a couple of next days, when all the astrology community will start posting on this topic, Mars is going to be very happy. So yes guys, talking about the important timelines. So it is a kind of unusual transit of planet Mars that Mars actually transited in the Taurus sign on November 13th. And it is going to be leaving the Taurus sign only in the March 13th only. And it is in a retrograde motion starting from the October 30, and this retrograde motion will end on January 12th. So definitely guys, if I were to say, I do not see Mars's placement in the Taurus to be a vulnerable placement. Like this is a kind of combination which has been found in the charts of people who are not only rich or wealthy, rather who live very luxurious life. Like any of the presence of like Rahu in the Taurus, Venus in the Taurus, Mars in the Taurus is a actual significator of someone who is going to be very passionate, who is going to be very much driven towards money, sex, power, possession. And the good part over here is that guys, because as you know that Mars is the significator of that, it gives us this information that how you will be exerting your energies. It also tells about your desires as well. So whenever Mars is influencing Taurus sign in any form, you will find people who are going to be very quick for taking some long-term decision. Even in the matters of relationship, you will find these people to be eyeing for stability, commitment. So overall guys, like it hardly matters in which domain you are operating. In the original Kalpurush Kundli, Taurus represents our financial management. So now whether you are working in the domain of Mars, like being in the fields of engineering, construction, real estate, or whether you are working in the domain of Venus, anything to do with the luxury or finance or diplomacy or film, media, entertainment, I'm very much sure that this long stay of Mars in the Taurus would have empowered you. You must have taken some important decision pertaining to the matters of your finances, relationship with this long stay of Mars in the Taurus sign. So yes guys, this was just a basic overview of mine, because if I were to say, definitely I find Mars to be more vulnerable, volatile whenever it is in the water signs. Now it hardly matters, like definitely in Cancer, Mars goes through debilitation, but Scorpio is a sign which is ruled by Mars itself. Pisces is a sign which is being ruled by Mars's good friend Jupiter. But even after that, whenever Mars is placed in the water signs, it is very vulnerable. So as you can see guys, after this long stay of Mars in the Taurus, it is going to be next moving to the Gemini sign, where it is going to get very agitated. After that, it is going to go through debilitation. So I would say that this could be a very good time period to direct your energies in the right direction, take some important financial decision, and do something which you are very passionate about. That is all what I want to say with this presence of Mars in the Taurus sign. So I'm very much sure that if Mars is feeling ignored or left out anywhere in the universe, is going to be happy after listening to this. So okay guys, now we will shift our discussion to the customized results for all the Lagnas. And starting first with the Aries Lagna natives. So where is the chart? Aries, yes. So starting first with the Aries Lagna natives. So guys, as you can see that Mars is your ascendant lord. Any shift in the transit of planet Mars is going to have a straight impact in your life. So guys, I would say that because your ascendant lord is going to be coming out of its retrograde motion in your second house, which can be seen as a very good sign. Because guys, as you can see that on January 12th, Mars will come out of its retrograde motion. On January 17th, Saturn, your 10th house lord, is going to be entering your 11th house. So I would say that it is going to have a very strong and positive impact in the matters of your financial reinforcement. So I always say this thing, guys, that if you're already operating on a 9 to 5 job, then you have by yourself not open up the provisions for your financial growth and prosperity. But if you are a freelance person, self-employed person, working in the domain of banking, family business, so I would say that all of those people can actually get benefited. So this direct motion of the planet Mars in your second house can be seen as a very good energy. And guys, many times it has been seen that whenever Mars is in a retrograde motion, that too in your second house, so many times it bring back the demons or ghost of the past within the family matters, or arguments or frustration in your speech. So I would say overall this direct motion of the planet Mars in your second house can only be seen as a good news in the matters of your financial gains, financial prosperity. Moving ahead, guys, now for all the Taurus Lagna natives. So guys, in your case, as you can see that Mars has been transiting in your first house for such a long span of time. So if you have not given a lot of outburst, you have not surprised people with your lashing out behavior and all of that, so I would say that you should be very thankful to God, because guys, in your case, Mars plays a very distinctive role because it has got the rulership of your 7th house, 12th house. Definitely Mars and its stay in the first house of yours would have given you commercial benefits for sure. And specifically if you are working in the fields of foreign lands, import-export nature of work, if you are in any sort of partnership line of work or leadership role or any of the political position if you are holding, then this would have actually given you some good results only. I'm not seeing you guys vulnerable. The only thing is that, guys, because your Lagna is being ruled by the planet Venus, and Mars's influence in the Taurus many times make people very stubborn in the matters of relationship, lot of possessiveness or too much involvement in food, sex, alcohol and all of that. So if that is not getting applicable in your case, then I would say that it would have only generated good results only. Just in the matters of your temperament, outburst, it would have might have created little bit of the problem. Also in the matters of relationship, too much of the given towards seeking commitment, stability in the matters of relationship. So this is how Mars would have been acting out from past, like at least from October 30. But now as Mars will gain momentum in your first house, it will come out of its retrograde motion. So it will only bring the positive, better side of its stay in your first house. So definitely, guys, for people connected with business, any of your aspiration, if it is aligned with the matters of the 12th house, any of the aspiration of marriage, relationship, or you are in any sort of partnership nature of work, so this transition in the motion of the planet Mars in your first house will definitely bring some very good results in your life. Moving ahead, guys, now for all the Gemini Lagna natives. So guys, in your case, honestly speaking, Mars is not a very good planet for you, and I would say that just count your blessings that if in the past 2 months Mars has not made you subject to any of his politics, backstabbing, any of the any of your secrets getting exposed. So if you have not been at the receiving end of all these things, then seriously count your blessings. Now guys, because Mars is now going to be gaining momentum in your 12th house, so I would say that any of your projects, like where you are seeking any favors, any of the help from your connections, from your friends, or I would say that if even in your daily line of work there has been some misunderstanding or negative emotions or resentment within your teammates and juniors and subordinates, so all those things will get resolved. Like I would say, guys, that I do not want to give any false hope. It's not like that it is going to get completely you will be completely rid of all these problems. It's just like that if things have been going worse, there will be little bit energy will get little bit mellowed down once Mars will gain its momentum in your 12th house. And one thing is for sure, that if any of your inflow of the income, any of your projects or plans or concerns of sponsorship, funding, favors, if that has been struck for past couple of weeks, over there will be some relief for sure. So this is all, guys, which I can say. I would say that if you are in the domain of Mars or Venus, or Mars is currently active in your Mahadasha, Antardasha, so I would say that recitation of Hanuman Chalisa and just remaining very cautious, careful while engaging in any of the conflicting, disputed situation needs to be followed. That is all what I can say for your Lagna. Moving ahead, guys, now for all the Cancer Lagna natives. So guys, in your case, definitely Mars is a very, very auspicious planet for you. It is your Yogaraka planet, and it is going to be coming out of its retrograde motion in your 11th house. So guys, I'm very much sure that if from past couple of weeks you have been in this introspection, that whether you are progressing at your professional front in a right direction, how much you are gaining at your professional front, or if there has been some misunderstanding with your friends, with your colleagues. So I would say that all those problems will get resolved. You will progress within your professional domain, with your professional career path and aspiration, with a clarity of the mind, that can be said. And one thing is for sure, guys, that all those people who are working in the domain of art, entertainment, media, creativity, any of the concerns of, you are a student, you have to write any competitive exam. So this transition in the motion of the planet Mars will definitely bring some very good energy in your favor. And guys, as you know that when we talk about the freelance people or people connected with art, entertainment, media, so it all comes down to being approached by the right people, right opportunity. So this will actually be seen as a very good time for facilitating or fixing up any important meeting. You want to give presentation of any of the craft, any of the project you have been engaged for past so long. So for all those media, entertainment, creativity related project meetings, this will be seen as a very good time. And I would say that if there has been some procrastination regarding the matters of seeking out favors from the people, or people are not giving you time where you need some sort of support from other people within the community, within your circle of influence, so all those things will prove out to be now in your favor. That can be said with confidence. And definitely, guys, whenever we talk about second house and 11th house, which has primarily to do with our income, so if you're working in the domain of the planet Mars, like your profession, your livelihood is straight away connected with the planet Mars, any of the concerns of real estate, construction, engineering goods, manpower related concerns, so all those people will definitely get benefited. Increase in your income can be foreseen with this transition in the motion of the planet Mars. Now guys, for all the Leo Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, definitely Mars is your Yogaraka planet. It is actually transiting in a very auspicious house, your Kendra Bhava, the house which is responsible for your public image, for your professional endeavors. So now Mars is going to be coming out of its retrograde motion in your 10th house. So one thing is for sure, guys, that at your professional front, if you have been subjected to any of the delays, any of the procrastination, you are in that capacity to shoulder any of the responsibility, but at the last moment things are getting delayed, you're not able to manage people or manage situations with complete efficiency. So this direct motion of the planet Mars, that too in your 10th house, will definitely smooth out things for you. And if there has been some sort of delays in any of the matters of your like whether you are connected with construction, real estate, manpower management, you are in that top leadership role, so if you have been facing any of the delays, I would say that things will work out now in your favor. And I would say that, guys, during this time, any of the travels will prove to be very, very favorable, profitable for you. Any of the buying and selling of the real estate. Now this could be whether you are a professional realtor or whether you want to just sell out any of your property for long. So during this time, engaging in all those business dealings or kind of dealings will prove out to be in your favor. So overall, guys, for you guys, this is actually a very favorable transit. And as you know that because this planet has also got the rulership of your house of luck and fortune as well. So if during this time, like I would say that till March 12th, if you have to take any of the important decision connected to your business, like you could be a person that you have to any of the political aspiration, judgment on your political candidacy, or anything to do with your writing any competitive exam, anything which has a say in your profession, straight away impact on your profession. So I would say that in all those areas you will do good, you will perform good, and you will be able to get the confidence and support of your bosses as well at your work front. Moving ahead, guys, now for all the Virgo Lagna natives. So guys, in your case, honestly speaking, Mars is not a very auspicious planet for you, but just because it is transiting in an auspicious house. So over here, Mars is actually kind of in a capacity to now manifest good results, because when Mars was retrograde, it is a functional malefic, natural malefic as well. So in your case, I would say, so it would have actually created more of the obstacles. Like you might have faced lately that the way luck supports you, it is not supporting you, and I do not know whether if any of your initiatives from past couple of weeks, you're not kind of getting that sort of support which you deserve, or delays in any of the meetings which you want to set up with people, or problems while going through any of the travels. So if you have faced all those things, so I would say that all those problems will stop bothering you. And guys, because definitely it is a 9th house transit, so I would say that recitation of Hanuman Chalisa will prove to be very auspicious, very favorable for you. Any of the concerns of setting up any important meetings, any of the travels, any of the concerns of immigration, or if you are connected with the industry of edtech industry, teaching industry, you are connected with the fields of law, so all those people will definitely get benefited with this direct transition of planet Mars in its transit. And I would say that specifically, guys, whenever Mars is transiting from the trine houses, so worship of Lord Hanuman during this time tend to remain very auspicious, very favorable to stay very focused and devoted towards your life purpose. Now guys, for all the Libra Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, as you can see that Mars is kind of creating a lot of problems for you, and now the relief is going to be over there. I would not say that you will be completely rid of the issue, but there will still be kind of relief when Mars will come out of its retrograde motion in your 8th house. Because guys, as you can see that in your case, Mars has got the rulership of your 2nd house as well, of your income. So we cannot say this thing that definitely Mars is a killer planet for you. It's a death afflicting planet for you, but at the end of the day, it is responsible for your commercial gains, financial gains, and the matters of relationship, which for the Libra Lagna people becomes very important. So yes guys, as you can see that, see guys, I want to be very honest over here. 2nd house is the house of your income. If any of the concerns in your life right now which hovers around the inheritance, wealth, insurance, revenue, stock market, trading, working in the adult industry, any of the concerns of sponsorship, funding, sudden speculative gain, those sort of sudden opportunities, going viral with your work, if all those things are getting applicable in your case, then definitely this can be seen as a good time period. The good part is that finally any of the misunderstanding, going back and forth in the matters of your business dealings, in the matters of your personal intimate relationship, so all those problems, if that has been bothering you from the past like 2.5 months, that will stop bothering you for sure. And definitely guys, I have already mentioned this thing, passion is going to be very strong. So if you are a kind of person who has got a very hedonistic lifestyle, so over there you have to remain a little bit cautious, careful. Suddenly indulgences, involvement in money, sex, alcohol, all these luxurious things can go very high. So try to remain balanced in all these things. And I have already mentioned this thing that if your livelihood is straight away connected with the matters of the 8th house, occult, research, exploration, insurance, revenue, all those people will definitely get benefited if your ongoing dashas are also running favorable. Moving ahead guys, now for all the Scorpio Lagna natives. So guys, in your case, definitely it's your ascendant lord. So the transit of ascendant lord always plays a very pivotal role. So I'm very much sure guys that because Mars has been transiting in the Taurus sign from November 13th So I'm very much sure that a lot many Scorpio Lagna people will be very much driven towards their matrimonial life, concerns of commerce, trade, business, their public image. So guys, whatsoever your concerns are, and if they are right now at this stage of your life, are centered around the matters of the seventh house, doing something with the support of your partner, any of the concerns of marriage, finding the right person, or if you are going through any of the conflicts within the relationship, so there will definitely be clarity and smooth flow in the matters of the seventh house for sure. And definitely guys, all those people who are connected with the fields of law or arbitration, health industry, fitness industry, so all those people will definitely get benefited. One thing is for sure, that any of the clarity which you are seeking in the areas of your relationship, that will be bound to be coming in your life. And second thing is that if during this time you have to write any competitive exam, or any of the concerns of you are eyeing for any seat, any position, anything to do with where there's a lot of endurance, competition and fighting spirit is required, you will be able to do very good over in all these fields. And all those people who are connected with the specific fields of the planet Mars, like I would also say that guys, like any of the buying and selling of the property or real estate related matters as well, because Saturn is going to be entering your fourth house during this time only. So once on January 17th, Saturn will transit to your fourth house, and Mars will come out of its retrograde motion in your seventh house. So I would say that any of the dealings of the property, real estate will also prove to be very profitable. And during this time, at your business front as well, if you want to make some long-term investment, some lifetime decision, if you have to take, like signing up any new deal, new contract, new agreement, so all of that can also be foreseen as positive only. Because guys, as you know that Saturn's transit in the fourth house generally bring all those events in our life which gives us security, stability, that lifetime foundation, I would say. So overall guys, a very good news for all the Scorpio Lagna natives. The only thing is that because Mars is a planet of energy, intensity, and too much of the heat and energy is going in the matters of the seventh house. So too much of the love and caringness is good, but not at the cost of becoming very overprotective, over possessive. So these all are the areas in the matters of relationship where you have to remain cautious and careful. Moving ahead guys, now for all the Sagittarius Lagna natives. So guys, in your case, as you can see that Mars definitely is a very auspicious, favorable planet for you. And now Mars is going to be coming out of its retrograde motion in your sixth house. So guys, one thing is for sure, that till the time Mars was in a retrograde motion, it was not a very good energy in the matters of your dealings within your work life, with your juniors, your terms with your subordinates, any of the concerns of loans or creditors, any of the issues and problems with them. So I'm very much sure that once Mars will gain its momentum in your sixth house, it will definitely bring some positive news for you only. At least it will bring relief if you have been facing the heat in the areas of credit, loan, health, or your relationship with people at your work front. Guys, I always say this thing, when we talk about Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, these are the karmic planets. They have always something in store, of which our own karma or some unusual circumstances and reasons are involved over there. But 99% of the problems created by Mars has to do with our own behavior, temper issues only, our own personality problems only. So I would say that if you have been facing heat in any of these resentment or fights at your work front, definitely all those problems will get resolved. And the benefic side of this transit is that, or transition in the motion of the planet Mars, is that if you have to write any of the competitive exam, any of the situation of like appearing for any competitive exam, and it's not like that guys, a lot many times what happen is that, because I have a lot many people connected with the films and television industry as my clients as well. So imagine so many people have worked so hard in any of the project, and your movie is releasing, your show is getting unveiled at this time. So even over there as well, public acceptance, acknowledgement, and doing something very good in the middle of the whole competition that your project should shine out. So I would say that if all those things are getting qualified in your case as well, any of the performance, any of the like getting some good review or recognition from the critics, from the masses, so regarding that front as well, this will be seen as a positive news only. But again guys, I would say this thing that till the time Mars is not finally completely leaving your 6th house, it will be a very advisable thing to refrain from any of the conflicts or hot-headedness while dealing with people in your daily environment, daily work life. Moving ahead guys, now for all the Capricorn Lagna natives, so definitely guys, in your case, Mars is a very important planet for you, and it is going to be transiting, like coming out of its retrograde motion in your 5th house, which can be seen as a very good news. So guys, one thing is for sure that any of the dealings of the property, real estate, like if you are working as a professional realtor, this will be a very golden time for you, because guys, as you can see that Saturn, your ascendant lord, is also going to be on January 17th is going to be entering your 2nd house. And guys, understand this thing, in whichever house Saturn transit, it generally makes us or facilitate way for some lifetime important long-term decisions. So I would say that if any of the concerns of property buying and selling of that is getting applicable in your case, so indulging in all those dealings during this time will prove to be very much in your favor, in your advantage. Second thing is that guys, because Mars is coming out of its retrograde motion in your 5th house, so I'm very much sure that lately, if you have been facing that, because guys, before Mars was in a retrograde motion in your 5th house, which has to do with our mind, our thought process, and Saturn was also there, right over there in your 1st house. So this is a kind of a typical combination that person is lot in his mind. Like rather than acting out, you are just in this entanglement with fighting within your own thought process only, positive thought, negative thought, not able to proactively take decision. So I would say that if you have been facing all those confusion, entanglement in any of the decision making, all those problems or restrictions will get lifted up. Second thing is that if lately you have been facing lot of issues while like you are a parent and you have been facing a lot of the hardship on the account of dealing with children, or any of the sudden increase in the complaints which you are receiving on the account of your children, so all those problems will also get resolved. So overall guys, because Mars plays a very important role in your case, not only it has got the rulership of your inner emotional happiness, contentment, but 11th house of wish fulfillment as well. And as you know that 5th house is also the 8th house from the 10th house. Any of the professional transformation which needs to take place in our life, that only takes place from the empowerment of the 5th house. So overall guys, whether we talk about your professional front as well, that if your ongoing dashas are running favorable, you are contemplating any important change or transition, so that will also prove to be a lot in your favor. So overall, it's a good energy for you, whether in the matters of return on investment, all those people who are very much engaged in trading or stock market, speculative nature of work, or whether you are connected with art, entertainment industry. So overall, a very positive news for all the Capricorn Lagna natives. And guys, like the way I have already mentioned this thing, that Mars's influence in the Taurus has got a lot to do with seeking out a commitment in the matters of love and romance as well. So even in the matters of love, romance, like within your partner, if lately there has been some misunderstanding back and forth in the commitment, so all those things will also settle down in your favor for all the Capricorn Lagna natives. Now guys, for all the Aquarius Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, Mars plays a very important, significant role. Not only it has got the rulership of your 10th house of your professional endeavors, but 3rd house of your initiatives, of your courage, your fearlessness as well. So guys, because Mars was in a retrograde motion in your 4th house, so this was not a very good energy, because 4th house tells about our inner emotional state. Mars is a very heated energy, so being very hard on yourself, too much in your head, and just kind of regretting and feeling resentful for the past misdeeds or past mistreatment done to you by others. So this is how the retrograde Mars in the 4th house manifests results. So I'm very much sure that guys, once Mars will gain its momentum, it will come out of its retrograde motion in your 4th house, it will start giving you a relief in any of the pent up stored negative emotion. That's one thing. Second thing is that definitely all those people who are connected with the fields of real estate, construction, because guys, in your case, Mars not only represents those things, 4th house also represents those things, but also in your case, Mars has got a rulership of your 10th house as well. So any of the concerns of like any of those fields where there is too much of the fearlessness is required, where there is a lot of the risk is involved, or like whether you are a surgeon, whether you are a realtor, you are a engineer, so all those people will definitely get benefited. So I would say that guys, the best part over here is that, see, sometimes we do not even realize, like you cannot judge everything on the basis of how much you are gaining. Sometimes you do not even realize that you were about to lose something, but divine protected you. So it's not only the gain which did not happen, but the loss which was saved at the last moment. So I would say guys that overall, any of the pent up nervous energies, if it has been bothering you from past couple of months, that will stop bothering you. Any of the issues within the family front, like bitter or sour relationship within your family life, that will also improve. And any of the concerns of like whether buying and selling of real estate, property, or any of the concerns of like whether you are connected with the fields of sales, media, marketing, and lately you have not been getting any clarity, things are getting jammed or blocked at the last moment. So over there now you will find a relief. There will be a free flow in all of your plans, in the execution of all of your plans. And guys, we cannot even overlook this fact that 4th house also tells about Marses as well. This is actually the house which tells about favor from the royal people. So I would say guys that if you are connected with the anything to do with the bureaucracy or mass media related connected fields, all those people will also get benefited with this direct transition of the planet Mars in your 4th house. And lastly guys, for all the Pisces Lagna natives, so guys, as you can see that in your case, Mars becomes a very auspicious planet because it has got the rulership of your 9th house of luck and fortune as well. So guys, now Mars is going to be coming out of its retrograde motion in your 3rd house, which is a very good news, because try to understand this thing. Many of the Pisces Lagna natives, if you have not been deceived by any of your close friend, specifically in the matters of finances, then actually count your blessings. Second thing is that guys, many times what happen is that no matter how capable and competent we are, how badly and earnestly you want to initiate something, but right at the last moment things are getting backfired, you're not able to receive the support of the friends or any of your colleagues. So if you have been at the receiving end of any of the delays, frustration on the account of the 3rd house related matters or 3rd house connected people, this could be your sibling, this could be your friends, your colleagues, so all those problems will stop bothering you. Second thing is that guys, I'm seeing you guys in a very empowered state if you're connected with the fields of sales, media, marketing, travel and tour. And also if during this time you have to initiate any of the important work related travel, or you have to start working on some new plans, new projects, new initiatives, awaiting any of the concerns of investment or sponsorship or funding. So regarding all those areas or aspiration, this direct transition of Mars in your 3rd house will actually bring some very good news for all the Pisces Lagna natives. So this is something guys which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs for this upcoming direct transition of the planet Mars on January 12th. For further more updates and notifications on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page. Dhanyavad.